Hello, 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 and welcome to our weekly live show. I am super excited to be joining you today. It is April 27th. We are almost done with this month, and I hope that you are all feeling momentum, feeling that you are headed towards where you want to be in the second quarter of the year. The first month of the second quarter is almost done. And today we are going to be talking about my 3-step framework for success in my music business. If you are joining me live, say hello. Where are you joining me from? I'm going to put the comments here to see where everyone is joining me from today. Let me know what your breakthroughs are so far from this month of April. What are some of the questions? As I always mention in these shows, I love bringing content that I know is what you all are looking for. So I want to encourage you to always chime in and add comments into the chat. Share these trainings with people in your world that you think could benefit. Oh, we've got someone from the UK. Fantastic. Really looking at how you can make the most out of this dialogue. My goal is to come to you once a week and have a dialogue with all of you to support you, to serve you, and be able to meet you where you are in your business development process. If you are new to my world, I'm Fabiana Claure. I am a pianist and a business strategist for musicians. I'm the founder and CEO of the Musicians Profit Umbrella, where we help musicians build, grow, and scale their businesses online so they can no longer be trading time for money and have to live a life of limitations because of the way they live, because of the way they work, having to be, limited by gigging, by teaching one-to-one. We want to break free from all of that, help you package your skills and monetize your knowledge, no longer needing to be trading time for money anymore. So this is our jam. This is what we love helping musicians do, helping them switch from teaching, working 60, 70 hours a week to like 20 or 30, or less even. So our goal is really to give you those strategies and the nuggets to help our community, our audience, our clients, of course, prosper. Right. So today we're bringing in a training around the 3-step framework for really succeeding in your music business and what you can do to start earning more while working less. Who wants to start earning more while working less? This is all about building leverage in your business. If you're new to my world, you may not know that I built, grew and scaled first a brick and mortar music school. Now it's been in business for 12 years. And 7 of those years, we've been running it remotely from Texas. We live in Texas with my husband and my kids. And we've been running it on autopilot, basically, from Texas. And so then in the last 3 years, I've now scaled into an online business and helping musicians do this now in the online space, monetizing their skills and being able to grow and build their businesses without them having to be directly in front of their clients all the time and only earning money when they are in front of people, right? Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is really, how can you simplify this process into 3 core elements? Because this is what's going to allow you to start thinking in a more strategic way in your business. So the first thing I want you to make a note of as you're watching this is, you need to start disconnecting your relationship with time. If the way you earn a living right now depends on you physically being someplace in some time, and if you're not there, you're not earning, that's the first and biggest constraint that you're going to want to start removing from the way you work. You see, when you can de-link your necessity for being in front of people, whether it's performing on stage, whether it's teaching one-to-one lessons, I'm not saying you shouldn't do those things. I'm just saying you don't want to make your income depend on that. If you can create an income stream that does not require you to be at a certain place at a certain time in order to earn money, that's when you are going to create and unlock unlimited potential for your earning potential and your business. Now, how do you do that? You may ask, well, how do I do that? Well, the first thing you're going to need to do is be able to start looking at your existing skill sets and figuring out how can you monetize that based on you guiding others, mentoring people, giving access to you, maybe the behind the scenes of your creative process, right? This is a training for creatives. And I'm very aware that in many instances as musicians and creatives, we may struggle with like understanding the monetizable parts of what we do. Like, how am I actually making money with this craft, with this passion that I've built? And the answer is there are people right now that need what you have to sell, that need what you know, even if you're not 100% yet where you want to be in your life. Even if you're thinking, but I still have a long way to go and I haven't figured out everything in my life yet. I still want to create things. I'm still learning. There's people right now that need what you know. Just think about that. And the more you can start creating access to that knowledge, the more you can start monetizing your experiences, sharing your story, sharing your insights into how people can maybe solve problems that they are not able to solve, that you know how to solve. That in and of itself is a gift. That is your number one opportunity to start unlocking your freedom, your ability to earn unlimited earning potential. Because no longer are you needing to be someplace at a certain time to be either meeting with your students or performing on stage. Now it's just about you creating that gateway, that passage of people being able to access your experience and your knowledge, not your time. So your number one recommendation in this three-step framework is you disconnecting that dependency to be trading your time for money in the way you work. The moment you start looking at the way you can add value to people and solve problems from them from a lens of mentorship, of access, of guidance, instead of you needing to be in front of them all the time. When I say mentorship, I say a combination of you having maybe some content created, where maybe you meet in a once a week format in group sessions with people that come to you kind of like in the masterclass formats. I mean, even in the 19th century, you know, you see the pictures of Liszt with all of his pupils. They're surrounded around him, right? And he was there playing the piano and just giving his knowledge in a one-to-many format, right? Yes, he probably had some one-to-one students, but he did a lot of master classes. When there was a lot of thought leadership, when people were brilliant, when they had a lot to offer, people came in groups and benefited from seeing this person share their knowledge, right? So in today, in 2023, this is no different. You can create a way for people to access your knowledge in a one-to-many format without you necessarily needing to be meeting one-to-one with people, right? That's what this is all about, right? So I want to encourage you to start thinking bigger. Like, how could you have a way for people to access your knowledge, not your time? And of course, if you have any questions about that, then feel free to reach out to my team, because that's what we specialize in, helping people do. Like, our team is here to help you know, like help musicians know how to package that and create their own programs and offers and masterclass settings where their people are coming to them for their knowledge, not their time. So that's a separate story. But now let's talk about number two. The number two is you need to take ownership of your calendar. You need to take ownership of your time. You need to take ownership of saying, I am going to keep promises with myself around how I'm going to spend my time, right? If you put things on your calendar and they end up getting overridden by other things, then you are potentially sacrificing your own word. Like you're creating doubt in your own ability to follow through. And if you don't keep promises to yourself, if you're not able to create things in your calendar and follow through on them, then you're always going to go through life with this mindset of like, well, I set goals, but I don't really achieve them because I don't follow through on my word. So it's keeping your word with yourself, being your own self leader, not only leading others, leading your clients. Maybe you have a team that you lead, but leading yourself. That's the second thing. Leading yourself, the ability to create your own boundaries and set things in your calendar and follow through. And follow through. That's so, so important. And it's part of the framework of you being able to succeed in your business. It's being able to follow your own promises and take, when you decide on things, to follow through on them. So many people say they want things in their lives, but they don't actually set out to achieve those goals. They don't take the actions that are going to align with those intentions, right? When it comes time to stepping into action and making the bold decisions and whatever that means, whether it's, you know, finalizing an idea for your offer or getting support around what you need, whether it's team members, whether it's investing in knowledge and learning the skills and surrounding yourself by the right mentorship, whether it's committing to like saying no to people, right? Being able to say no more than you say yes, whatever that looks like. It's about that integrity of what you say you want with what you're actually able and willing and committed to actually doing to get those results. So keeping that word to yourself, that's the second thing, right? I hope you're making notes of all of this. Let me know, by the way, what are your takeaways? What are your nuggets that you're taking from this session? Because this is gold, let me tell you. This is the result of so many years of trial and error in my own background as a musician, as a pianist, as an entrepreneur, as a university educator, and now a business strategist for musicians. These things are what have allowed me to be able to create the results that I have in my business now, where I work, you know, with musicians from around the world, and I have team members that support me. And it's like I've built an incredible life that disconnects my dependency on time, where I can actually take time off, where I can spend time with my family, where I can create a system where my clients are getting results, they're getting supported at the same time that I'm able to practice and to create my performances and to be with my family, take care of myself, do whatever I want to do. And it doesn't sacrifice. It's not one thing doesn't have to give into the other. That's what this is all about, right? And the third thing that I want you to think about in this 3-step framework, after we discuss disconnecting your relationship with time, after we discussed, being able to create like exquisite boundaries in your calendar and keep your promises to yourself, right? And be able to say no to things so that you can actually take action on the things that you want in your life, right? The third part of this framework is you being able to make decisions quickly. Your ability to make decisions quickly is going to make or break your business success. I cannot enforce this enough. So many times we are surrounded by so many options. You probably have watched many, many trainings this week, not just mine, but many other people. And you have an overload of information that comes to you, right? And when we have too much information, it becomes a blurry vision. We are not clear on what we need to do because there's so many ideas competing for our attention. And we just go into like a mode of inaction, maybe, or pause or paralysis altogether. Ever heard of the saying paralysis analysis, right? If you are someone who develops this mindset of like, I have to be able to make decisions quickly and take action, even if it's imperfect action, but take action. So many times in my life, I haven't known whether this was going to be the right choice or not, but I've moved forward anyway, and I've made that choice to take action. And sometimes it's worked out, sometimes it hasn't, but I've moved quickly. And here's the thing, when you're taking action, you will fall. Like, it's okay. It's okay to have mistakes. It's okay to take imperfect action because you are moving in a direction. When you're not moving anywhere, yes, you won't fall, you won't make mistakes, but guess what? You're not going anywhere either, right? So it's you developing this perspective and this mindset of like, you have to be able to take action and to take action quickly and to make decisions quickly in what you want in your life, and also protect your decision, like avoid decision-making fatigue. I don't know if you've ever felt that, but sometimes when we have too many small decisions to make around our day-to-day lives, from what we're going to cook for meals, what are we going to wear, all these small decisions, right? Those decisions blur our ability to make better decisions and profound decisions for our life and for our business. So it's also protecting your decision-making factor bandwidth throughout the day, right? Looking at ways in which you can maybe create systems, create routines that already have that decision made for you, right? So that you can protect your ability to make decisions and know that when you do have to make an executive decision in your day, it's an important one. It's an important decision, right? So decision-making speed and protecting that attention to your decision is going to be critical in this process as well. So these are some of the three. There's so many more, obviously, but for today, I just wanted to bring you those three. Disconnecting your dependency from time and money, being able to stay true with your own word in terms of protecting your time and your calendar, and then being committed to being a rapid decision maker to allow you to execute and to not stay in analysis paralysis. These three things are going to make such a big difference for you, folks, if you apply what I'm sharing with you. And if this resonates with you and you're curious about how you can maybe explore how all of this could apply in your life, I'm going to invite you to book a call with my team, because we are here every week. We have openings in our calendar to support you, to help you navigate this and maybe figure out what you could do to customize these strategies into your own music business. If you're a musician entrepreneur and you maybe are struggling with your time, with getting all of the things that you want to do, just go to fabianaclaure.com/connect and book yourself in with my team so that you can discuss what exactly are you missing, and we can create a personalized plan for you to help you figure out what your ideal, 3-step process could look like, or maybe a 4-step or a 5-step, but help you figure out where you are, what could that look like for you moving forward, and then go from there. No matter where you are in your business, like, this is going to be a transformative conversation. So if this resonated with you, if this training was helpful, of course, I'd love to hear from you. I'm seeing some comments here in the chat. I love that. Keep them coming. Let me know what you would like for me to share maybe next week in my next live show. What are the trainings that you would like for me to bring into you? How can I support you in my community? This is my way of adding value, completely free to all of you. And if you want to have a conversation with my team, then just book a call at fabianaclaure.com/connect. We look forward to being able to see what would this look like for you and your specific business. Thanks everyone for joining me, and let's prosper together.